Good morning. You are tuned into Coffee and Donuts with Miss T, and
Lexus.
today is Friday, March 11, 2022. It is at the top of the hour. Lexus, have you had your coffee this morning?
Yes, I've had my coffee and my donut.
We all know that the early bird catches the worm. Good morning to everyone in the chat. Lexus Ice, let's go ahead and say a quick prayer. We're going to read announcements and get into this topic.
Oh God, we thank you for another day. We thank you for life, for health, and for strength. Lord, bless all of our listeners and our subscribers in a special way, Lord. On today, we pray for our mom, Miss Dahl. We lift her up in prayer, Lord. We ask you to strengthen her body right now. In Jesus' name, we pray, amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Again, good morning to all of our listeners that are in the building. All 300 of you, thank you all so much for still being here. Um, and spending your morning at the top of the hour with us. Good morning. William the Unknown, shout out. Good morning. Thank you for being here. This is not your first time here, so welcome back. Good morning, Vibes with Danny Love is in the building. Good morning.
Good
Emory
morning.
Family Entertaining 7 is in the building. Good morning, y'all. MLW Fishing Man is in the building. Okay, so let me read the announcements. If you want us to give your channel a shout out, or if you want us to send you a birthday greeting, birthday wish, or anniversary, or if your channel is having an upcoming event or a premiere, a big premiere, and you want us to let the whole YouTube streets know, even the ones that's catching the replay, go on over there to Instagram at W.T.F with the family Tabers, and we will do that. And it's free, y'all. It's free. We don't mind telling people, sending people to your channel. Just let us know what you got coming up, and we will, read your announcements for you. Because it's room for everybody, and we sharing the love. Okay, we want everybody to grow, to grow, to go, grow, to go, grow, and go. What is it? Our old
I
pastor
think
used to say.
it's go, grow, and glow. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we want over here. Every Wednesday is viewers' choice. So if you have a topic that you want us to discuss, go over there to Instagram and leave us a topic over there in the DMs, or you can leave it under this video in the comment section. Okay, each Friday we will highlight a different YouTube channel. So today we don't have we didn't pick a particular YouTube channel because we wanted to see who was going to pop up in the comments, and we were going to just highlight that channel. We haven't already highlighted that channel with a small channel. We were going to just do like a pop-up and surprise somebody, whoever's in the comments. Okay, our happy mail address is PO Box 443, Indianola, Mississippi 38751. Okay. Good morning, Mama Flores. That's my friend. Hey, friend. Good morning. Thank you for coming to Coffee and Donuts. Yeah, I cannot get rid of this frog in my throat. But anyway, so Lexus Ice, go ahead and tear into this topic. What is it? Things what?
These children should know.
I
Or
can't hear
should they
you.
know? You
What's
can't
up
hear
with
me?
your volume?
You can't hear me?
It's like it's something that's covering the speaker or something. Maybe it's just me.
Can you
Okay,
hear me better now?
do you have anything covering the speaker?
No, ma'am.
Can y'all hear Lexus Ice well? Very well. Can y'all hear Lexus Ice? Sound like you're far away.
Sound like I'm far away. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let me see what the people are saying. Oh, good morning, Praying Couple Cookie Series. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. Can y'all hear Lexus Ice very well, chat?
Can
Oh,
you all hear
they
me?
said we drink some hot tea. Okay, I get some. Good morning, Official Jamie. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Coffee and Donuts. All
Can
right,
the chat hear me well?
Lex, can y'all hear Lexus Ice? Lex, you don't have anything covering the phone, or is it up? Do you have the speaker up directly up to your mouth?
Yes, like I do every morning. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well just go ahead.
Can you hear me better?
Just go ahead and talk. I can hear you some. Just go ahead and talk.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so today's topic is things children should know, or we're gonna put in there should they know.
Mhm.
As parents, you have to decide. But the topic, really stems from this morning. Um, children are. I always say children are innocent,
Mhm.
and when children is born into this world, children only know what they are taught, and children only speak what they hear. And so, as parents, it is a parent responsibility to provide for their children.
Mhm.
And I know there may be a time when children desire things like maybe the newest game or designer clothes that they may see others wear at school, or to go to a movie, or just desire something that it takes money to buy. Should a parent just tell the child, I don't have any money? You know,
Mhm.
or I've seen the time where a parent literally would lie and have the child feel like their behavior isn't good enough. And so really and truly, the child have good behavior, but the parents like, no, your behavior not good enough for me to buy you this, when literally the parent just don't have the money. So should a parent, let a child know they don't have money? Should a parent let a child know, oh, this light bill is $300. I don't have money to pay it. Should parents discuss that around their children to put that burden on the child, or should children just live an innocent life, or really don't know mom and dad ain't got money to pay the light bill, or their food is about to run out? Or yet I've even heard kids, walking around saying that their dad don't pay child support. Should
Oh
a child
wow.
know that they have a deadbeat parent and the parent don't pay child support? I've worked in the school system over 89 years, so I've literally heard. I've worked around kids. I literally heard this vocabulary saying, "Daddy don't pay child support. I can't go to my dad's house because he ain't paying child support." Should children know this type of stuff?
Oh
Should
wow.
children know when their parents pay their years? I mean, things children should know, of things children should not know. If there are some parents who want to come to the panel and just help us break this down, should we let our children know everything when it comes down to different financial situations?
Okay,
Or
let me
should
go.
they? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um Shawanda Williams is in the building. Cooking with JW is in the building. Okay, Mama Flores, I know you're at school right now. You listening in. Thank you, Sugar Boo. Okay, so my take on it, and the panel is open. My take on that
When the
is
Emma made a comment that's interesting, they said that, let me go back. I don't want to knock myself off trying to read it. My kids never know our struggles.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
You should protect your children's innocence at all costs. Your kids, and see, that goes back to the old teaching: when grown-ups are talking, the children shouldn't be in the room. you know you should never allow your kids to know, because they have feelings, they have empathy, and when you project those feelings off on them, that's how they'll feel too. you know and kids shouldn't be burdened with grown up problems and struggles, because people say children don't have problems, you ain't got bills. Kids do have problems in their own little world. They have problems too already. So I feel, as parents, we shouldn't burden our kids with our struggles, with things we can't afford, with the light, gas, food, water. You shouldn't burden your kids. You should keep that out of your kids' ear. And even if you're feeling bad or sad or something, when your kids are around, the parents put up a united front and make things seem that they're fine, because you don't want your children growing up being burdened by your shortcomings. You want to make sure that you protect their innocence. And if you have an absent parent, That child see, go back and look as the years go on, they'll see for themselves that they were deadbeats or absent. You don't have to tell them, they'll grow up and see that for themselves. But one thing you don't want to do is beat that other parent up, and their child grow up and resent you instead of you, other way around, they resent you. So stop, let's not burden our kids with adult problems. At all costs, children see stuff. We don't give kids even credit for having sense. Like we talking over
Hmm.
their heads. We're not talking
Exactly.
over their heads. They understand exactly what's going on. They can see, you know, even with Jamie Lynn. Jamie Lynn will be 2 in May. Jamie Lynn catch the shade. when I'm on the phone and we're sitting around, and we don't even have to call her name, and I, tell mama something she's doing, or we talking about it, she stop and look. She know we talking about her.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yeah.
not going over their heads. They understand. They understand what's going on. They see what's going on. So don't pressure them with adult problems. They have enough problems on the school system, and even in their only word, they have to worry about little kids and all types of other little stuff. It may
Hmm.
not seem big to us, but in their world, that's a big deal to them. So they already have problems and stuff. So if you can at all costs, don't burden them with that. And if it's something that they want or need and you can't afford it, just tell them, I'll try my best to get it, or we'll work on it, or we'll see, or something like, you got to keep your grades up, or if the grades are already up. And I said, well, let's work on it, or we'll try to get you something else. But don't tell them you ain't good enough and you been bad. Don't do that to them, because they already know. Let me go back up here and read some comments. Okay. Okay, MLW, you at 83. Mama Flores says she gonna make it 90. Just wait on it. Wait a minute. Okay, Emory Family Entertainment 7. Okay, let me go back. Let's see. No kids should know grown-ups being it affects them. For instance, taking sides, let a child. That's right. Don't burden your kids. They see stuff anyway. And when they're growing up, kids always reflect back on what they remember. So they'll see the other stuff if a parent not there and didn't want to spend time with them, they'll remember that. They'll know that the most. So you ain't got to feed them information. They see it. Okay. So let me drop this link again. So for anyone that wants to anyone that okay, I got to see. My
And
phone updated. Huh?
while you're dropping the link, I've even heard stories of parents when the dad, when so single moms, when the dad did pay child support, making their children call your dad and ask your daddy when he gonna pay child support.
What?
Yeah, that's just too much. That is too much. I remember even when it comes down to tax season, you have some children that can tell you, my mama got her income tax. Is that something
Yeah,
a child should know?
exactly. And then I've heard Brandon came, this Brandon was like a little boy, maybe what grade was Brandon? Maybe sixth, seventh grade, something like that. He came home, and this little boy he had been having trouble with. And I wonder all of why that little boy always wanted to pick on Brandon. Brandon came home one day and said, all the kids for Christmas came back from Christmas break saying what all they got for Christmas and stuff like that. And so this little boy, when it came to his turn, he said, well, my mom said she couldn't get us enough for Christmas, but when she get her income tax, she gonna make up for it. And I'm like, wow. So fast forward to income tax. Brandon said the boy came into class, everybody was clapping and everything. Kids know about income tax, 'cause y'all tell them. And so the little boy came in the room with new shoes, a new backpack, and new uniforms and everything. He said when he walked in, the kids started clapping. Your mama got her income tax then, because everybody was talking about income tax. Your mama must got her income tax. He said, yeah, she got us a game and just naming off. He was so happy, his whole attitude changed. So, kids know, don't burden them. They know about life. They know about struggles. They know they don't see other, things they have other kids, you know, things they want other kids got. So they already know how things are. So, try to get on their level and explain stuff to them without burden them, being a burden to them. Am I making sense, y'all?
That's making sense.
Yep.
Hmm.
Kids being grown before their time. Yeah, you grow them up too fast. It's certain things children shouldn't even be talking about, but they sit around the grown ups when they're talking. Okay, we got to guess. They sit around grown ups when they're talking, and they know all the business.
Uh,
Every said my kids know nothing about know nothing about taxes, and you're right, they're not supposed to. That's a grown up conversation.
mhm.
Yeah, vibes with that love. Say I agree that let's keep. It's so many things out there. You want kids to enjoy their childhood. That just goes back to what we talked about the other day about. I forgot what the topic was, but we were talking about children, about the pink hair and stuff like that we let the kids wear. You know, you want them to be free and be their own person, but sometimes you can bring trouble to your doorstep on your own. Not saying you can't be free as a person, but what does a fourth grader look like coming in with red tracks in her hair? That's and this just my opinion. You can raise your kids how you want, but sometimes certain things, you know, it just brings on trouble. You give people the wrong perception of you. People, if you don't ever meet a person, you just see them, your first appearance will give a person, they'll prejudge you just by looking at you. And you may be the total opposite, but when a person see you, that speaks louder than you before you even open up your mouth. You know that.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see who we got behind the stage. Um Fisherman, 83, 88, 90. Oh, shucks now. Every family, I want my kids to be kids as long as possible. I know that's right. I know it. I want, and Brandon, I feel like we did. I had a whole village behind us. And Brandon, I feel like he was before his time. When the old people used to tell him that boy been here before, and not because he used to sit around us and listen, but because some kids are more mature, faster, like that. But having kids sitting around talking, they know who to be mad at. They know who got paid off, who going with who,
Mhm.
all of this stuff because they hear the grown people talking. When we were growing up, you couldn't sit around when grown ups were talking. They'll tell y'all children go on back to the back. Or somebody come on, go on back. Y'all grown people talk. You had the children sitting up, mouth wide open, looking at going from mouth looking at the grown people talk. You know.
Yeah, you are exactly right. You are
Okay, see
exactly
who we
right.
got backstage. Joy Wallace. We got Joy Wallace in the building. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. You are now live on the panel.
Good
The floor is
morning.
yours. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
This is a very good topic.
Okay, thank you.
Uh, I always and that was a lot of good points. A lot of good points. I never like I'm born 8 children,
Mhm.
and during struggle times, I never wanted them to know.
Right.
I never wanted them to know what was going on, and I this is a good topic for me because I always wondered, like, for things that I couldn't get, maybe couldn't get
Hmm.
at the time, should I
Hmm.
have told them the reason why I didn't, you know,
Yeah.
didn't get it, and it wasn't because of them, or, because I
Right.
never made up any excuses. Just like, oh, okay, we'll see, you know.
Yeah.
It's a touch and go kind of situation too, because I never want them to go to school, you know, saying things and
Right.
everything. So this is a good topic for me because I always wondered about that. Should I had, because as they get older, because you don't want a kid to grow up, and when they grow up and then they're like, oh, you never did anything for me,
Right. And there was a reason for it. And
but
then I
yeah, this is a
yeah,
good subject.
you know what? When I feel like you keep it from them, And as they get old, some things they'll figure out, oh, that's why mama did that. That's why I'm trying to protect you. And you just, even if they come and ask you, I feel like I would say, baby, I wanted to give you everything. You know, I wanted to give you this, but I couldn't afford it. I had to decide, do I get you that new pair of Jordan that just came out that's 200 some dollars, or do I pay this 200 some dollar light bill so we'll have lights in the house?
Mm.
Or if a new game came out and I couldn't afford the game, do I get the game, make a sacrifice, get the game, or determine, do I go buy groceries with that money? You know, and sometimes when they get older, they'll look back and see, but at the time, and this is just my opinion, everybody raise their kids differently. Whatever we can keep from them, but explain to them on a level that they'll understand, give them a alternate, you know like this I can't get this paycheck, or honey, let's wait another couple of weeks, let's see how things turn out, or something. But I don't think just being a burden, just dropping your load off on them, because they kids feel, when we going through already, they see it, they with us
Yeah, they
every
do.
day, so they feel it, they
Yeah,
see it.
they
Yeah,
they
they
pick up
know
on
it.
things real
Yeah.
easily.
But whatever, however you can break it down to your child, this individually, individualized in certain situations, because some children are more mature and they kind of understand and they see, and you just have to deal with it accordingly as it happens, I think. But as long
Yeah,
as you can keep it from them, I feel as long as you can do that, because you don't
yeah.
want to burden them without
That's
problem.
how I did mine. So I let them know.
Yeah.
No, nothing,
Yeah.
because I didn't want them taking it to school,
Oh,
possibly
kids will
be
tell your business
embarrassed or,
at
taunted by the
school. Ooh,
children.
they would
You
tell
know.
your business, hon. I'm telling you. At
Yeah, they
Sunday
will.
school, you listen. You don't even have to ask them for it. They'll tell you.
Hmm.
They would. If
Yeah,
you
that's
get
a
a
real good
divorce,
topic.
my mom and dad getting a divorce, they would straight up tell you what's going on in the house.
Yeah,
Sure will.
yeah.
So thank you for coming. How old are your kids now? That you probably they grown and got
Yes,
kids.
they're all grown up now. My
Um.
oldest is 40. My youngest, I think she's like 26.
Okay.
Yeah, they all grown up now, doing well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, subjects like this are touched because we do want the best for them, and sometimes you just have to, you know, determine, look at the bigger picture. Do I pay the
Hmm.
bill? And I already got all the extensions they were gonna allow, or do I
Yeah,
buy this for them? Sometimes we do sacrifice. If it's a necessity and they need that pair of shoes, you know, you just
yeah.
have to
You have to
have
get
to
it. You
rob
have to
Peter
get
to
them.
pay Paul.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I always wonder, like, because and then with the kids around, when I know some families that the kids always around and they doing grown up stuff, and
Hmm.
I'm like the mean guy. Uh, go over there, go outside,
Hmm.
and I'm looking at them like they
Yeah,
shouldn't be here sitting all around.
looking for
And
mouth to mouth.
yeah, I always hated that.
Yeah, back in the day, you couldn't do it. Now it
No,
come the kids take over the conversation when grown
yeah.
ups talking. What you say? What he did? What? Like,
What?
get out of here.
Yeah, like I'm the mean cousin or the mean auntie, because I be get out of here.
Yeah, you going for
The mean
adding your
friend.
little piece. That I feel you on that one. I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
But thank you. We got somebody else in the back behind stage. Let me see. Joy, thank
Okay,
you
I'm
for
gonna drop
coming
down.
on. Thank you as always for coming up on the panel. Um,
Thank you. You're
I'm a
welcome.
let me I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna put you back in the chat. I hope you will stay in the chat.
I'll stay. I'm stay.
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
hon.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, that was Joy Wallace on the panel. Let me see who we got. Official Jamia is in the building. Jamie, you are now on the panel of Coffee and Donuts. Good morning. We got Miss Doll in the building. The topic is what Lexus Ice thinks your children should
Should know
know.
or
Okay.
should know.
Should or should know. I'll go
Yeah.
back and edit it. Okay. Now, you have the floor, official Jamie.
Good morning,
Good
ladies. Good
morning.
Good
morning, chat.
morning.
So, I have a different perspective because I am a extremely transparent parent.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are teenagers now. My daughter's 16. My son's about to be 18. So, and because I'm a single mom, I am a little bit more transparent with them. Like I don't say to them, I can't do something because of XYZ. I'm just like, okay, y'all got to give mommy time or let me work this out, but I'm more transparent because I need them to know how to deal with things on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Um as far as like saving money or you know teaching them how to strive to get the things that they want because I'm super easy to please. Like I don't ask them to do more than they need to do. I
Mm-hmm.
just say, okay, listen, you want to earn a game. Like my son is a gamer, you want to earn this game, so do your chores that you are assigned to do without me asking you 1,000 times. And mommy feels like, okay, you doing your job, so I'm gonna give you that as a reward. But if you're not doing your job and you're asking me for things, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna let you know straight up, hey, you're not even doing the trash, you're not doing what you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do, the dishes are piling up, like,
Mm-hmm.
and but you want me to give you things, no.
Now, I would do that too, with Brandon, and and maybe this is a topic for another day, but I agree with you on that point. You got to do what I asked you to do, and before I get reward you, you got to
Yes.
do that first.
Yes,
Got to do that
absolutely.
first.
Absolutely. And like, I told my kids before, like when my parents got a divorce, it was a shock to the system. Like
Wow.
a complete shock to the system because we didn't hear them argue, we didn't hear them have any kind of discord in the house, so we were confused. Like on
Mm-hmm.
the surface they were super in love and loving and whatever else, but when it was like, oh, we're getting a divorce, we were just like, what are you talking about? Like, and not that I wanted to know everything about what was going on behind the scenes, which I learned later, but I was like, it would have helped a little bit, take a little bit of the sting out if
Mm,
we felt like there was something going on. That
right.
that cotton candy and rainbows don't always work because it was traumatizing more because we thought they were happy.
Well,
And
how old? How were you all grown and out of the house, or were you still?
no, we were still kids. I was
Oh
15
wow.
actually when they got divorced, and almost 16, and it was just like, what are you talking about?
Oh, wow.
What are you saying now?
So let me ask you this: did y'all lives change, or you had to go and spend time at this house with dad and come back and spend time with mom? How did that work?
For us, my dad actually was in the army at the time, so he lived overseas at the when they first got divorced, and then when he came back, he lived north of us. So we went a couple times,
Mm,
to his house or whatever. But unfortunately, my dad was kind of like wanting to be a playboy and didn't really
yeah, yeah.
yeah, our relationship was on again, off again. It was very weird. So I was just like, we we had always been with our mom, so it was kind of like, okay, look, you want to be out here in these streets more
Mm,
than you want to be a father to your daughters. And then later we got closer when we got grown, like grown enough to tell him, like, look, you messing up, like
yeah, yeah.
like being realistic and telling him like, look, but and there was one point when I first got married, we didn't talk for like 2 or 3 years because he made a nasty comment about the wedding and my
What?
husband. I cut him off.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, bruh, like, I'm grown. Like, I don't have to talk to you. Like,
Right.
listen, I don't have to talk to you. So I definitely try to be transparent with my kids, about things that they need to know, as far as my health, as
Yeah.
far as helping me, or what's going on around in the world. We try to have a conversation now at this age. I don't know that I would have done this if they were tiny, little
Right.
kids, especially after losing their dad.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to, I didn't want to sugarcoat nothing, because it was like, this is what's happening. Y'all are old enough to know what's going on.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, they had a lot of death in their short little lives. It's so crazy. My kids are resilient, and one day I'll talk about it on a video, but they are extremely resilient for their young ages to have gone through so many family members who have
Yeah.
passed away and all that. So definitely try not to sugarcoat situations, because um you can't protect them from the world forever, so you really have
No, they
to.
they're gonna be out there in the world. And they're gonna hear
Yeah,
these things.
and you
Um.
don't want to drop them on their head and make them think, oh, when you leave our house it's going to be peaches and cream. No, sometimes there's going to be darkness, and you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cook. What was that? Shalissa's Journal. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. Mama Flores says she's still here listening in at work. Thank you so much. Okay. Good morning, Charmin ELL 15. Welcome again to Coffee and Donuts. Okay. What time? 6:46. Okay, so we did not get a chance to tell. Okay, Ms. Dahl said, children don't need to know everything that goes on between mom and dad. Let them be a child. Some stuff with miss them. As far as like, I think as far as like bills and something about to get cut off and stuff, I just, to me, that's just too much to tell a small child, because they, if they're older kids that have a more understanding, I think it's, fine. But like little kids, we our life's about to get cut off. You don't want to tell them that, and they go to school. Oh, my mama said our lights finna get cut off. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
stuff like that.
I've even witnessed a child saying, "Mom said we got to live in the shelter tonight because we
Are
getting
you
put out."
sick?
Yeah, I'm like, what? There are just certain things that shouldn't even be a part of a child's vocabulary.
A little kid, because little kids tell
Yeah,
kids they're going to.
yeah, children
They
tell. I mean, children will tell everything
don't even
go
know their
on.
business.
Yes, and, I mean, children will tell it. I mean, and then the thing is, some parents don't even realize what children will go back and tell that's happening in their home. But children will tell, and
Yeah,
they're so innocent they don't even know they're telling, but children will tell.
yeah, like official Jamie said, her kids are older, and
Oh yeah,
and they know things anyway. But little kids, no, you don't tell little kids I can't pay the bill, or we don't have, I got to find us some food to eat when y'all get out of school. Kids will go and tell it.
and you know something.
Yeah, teenagers will digest it. Yeah, mature kids, older kids, they better have understanding and stuff like that. But little bitty kids, oh, official James have fun. That's okay, official. You always can come back. So
And
yeah,
you know something else I thought about, and this is that what I'm about to say. This is not real. This is just happened on a sitcom one time. I think it was Saved by the Bell. It was false, but it may have happened in real life. That same
yeah,
situation. But I remember, I think it was Kelly. She was getting ready to go to the prom, and she was getting ready to go find a prom dress. And that same day, her dad came and told her he had just lost his job. And
right,
so whenever I watched the episode, I'm like, okay, so you literally came in there to tell her you had lost your job so that you could slick get the money back for the prom dress. And she gave him the money back.
right,
He was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not telling you to give you. I'm not telling you this for you to give me, the money back because you have. I saved this money up for you to go to prom." And she was like, "Well, there are 7 other people in this house." And then when I think about that, I'm like, that should not even been a conversation with her, knowing that she was about to go by her prom dress. And in real life, I've known, people that did not go to the prom because their parents told them that they didn't have the money. And
Yeah.
so when they got around their peers, oh, I just don't want to go to the prom this year. I'm not going. And realistic, they really want to go to the prom, but their parents have already told them that a prom dress wasn't in the budget, and
Yeah.
so they didn't go to prom.
Oh wow. um Cooking with JW says that you don't want them to be talked about at school. That's right. You and kids are so observant. They children know who's got the latest of what on. Children know who ain't got what. I mean, kids are smart. They see things. You don't want your child to be the outcast, because like I was saying earlier, grown-ups will say, you ain't got no problem. You ain't got to do nothing but go to school. But everybody, even going to school and dealing with other kids and the teachers, that is their little world. That is their world. And in their little world, they do have issues and problems dealing with bullies and other kids, maybe because you got the ladies of everything and they can't afford it. So they want to pick on you because you dress nice or you got the shoes and they can't get it.
Exactly.
They have
Exactly.
problems and stuff. And like I was saying about this little boy and Brandon, I figured out what the issue was. And I said, well, let me go. We have a civic organization that helps people pay bills. We give them food, clothing. We had a clothes closet. And, we help people feed them for Christmas, Thanksgiving, adopt kids. What else, Lexus? Go to the nursing homes. We have auxiliary for the younger kids, outlet for them. And I said, well, instead of, him being mad with you, I said, let me try to find out who his parents are, and try to help him some. I found out who his parents were, how they were living and stuff. And I said, that's why he's mad with you, Brandon. That's why. And so I'm not going to tell who told me this, but one of his teachers told me that they went to went on a field trip and they had to take their shoes off. And the little boy, he was in line. He was, acting fine like the other kids were. Once he realized he had to take his shoes off, his whole demeanor, his whole attitude changed. He started pushing kids and acting up. And one of the teachers pulled him to the side and said, what's wrong? You were just, in line acting fine. All of a sudden, what happened? What changed? And he just didn't want to go. He ready to go back to the bus. She, talked to him, and he told her he didn't want to take his shoes off because he had on one sock and the other sock was like a half a sock, and he didn't want to take his shoes off. And I'm like, wow, our kids, it's just my heart goes out to them. It really does. And so later on in life, that little boy, I would explain what happened to him. What happened? He dropped out of school. He ended up. I think they got like to ninth grade. I don't even think he made it to the high school, and he just faded away. And it just, sometimes we should. I'm not telling you to make sacrifices where it hurt you, but sometimes it is good to give your kids things and make sure they have stuff. They want to feel like people too. They don't want to always feel like they always gotta wait or they can't never get nothing. That what make kids go out and try to get money on their own sometimes because they feel like they just never have nothing. you know So, some things you can keep from them if you feel like your children are old enough and mature enough to share some things with you. It's really based on your household and how much your kids can take and handle. But these little bitty kids, don't tell them. These little bitty kids don't, they can't process. The only thing they'll do is go to the school and have everybody talking about you during lunch break. Okay.
Or they'll go to the school and have DHS coming for you.
Uh-huh.
He
Good morning.
said,
Sweet Ree is in the building.
"Good
Annabelle
morning,
TV is in the building. What's up,
good
Annabelle? What's up,
morning, Annabelle and Sweet Ree. Good
Sweet
morning."
Ree? I was on praise break last night. You were playing the music. When I came into your live earlier, I was already laying across the bed. I was beat yesterday. I was so tired. So you said we're gonna come back for praise break, and it was 10:15 our time. And so I was laying across the bed. I came back and I was just listening. I ended up dozing off on that church music. It's just so soothing. I ended up dozing off on it. So at least I got that in before I went to bed.
Okay, you know something? Last night I was sleeping myself and tired. And so MLW, I heard him talking. I'm like, who he talking to? And I looked over him and Sweet Free. I'm like, oh, you on the panel? That was so funny. I said, you not on the panel. And so I told Sweet Free, I said, oh, I'm caught by surprise. I didn't know he had shown your panel, but how y'all doing? Yeah, it was too funny.
Mama Flores says it's already 8:52 over there. Yeah, y'all like 10, 11 hours ahead. Uh Sweet Reese said, good morning, Miss Star. So glad you're here. Everybody speaking. Oh, Catch Tropical Fish is in the building. Happy Friday, Catch Tropical Fish. Welcome back to Coffee and Donuts. Hey, Coco TTV is in the building. I know she's doing a little traveling this morning, but welcome to Coffee and Donuts. TGIF, everybody. Okay. Coco said, hey, Miss Doll, how are you feeling this morning? Mom says, I think my four babies never had to sit in the dark, never had to go to bed hungry. Nothing got cut off. Not one time. My husband and I worked two jobs. I never wore name brand clothes. They did. Yeah, and that's true. I can honestly say we may have overeaten, but I can never remember us not having food. Nothing
Exactly.
never got cut off. We always had cable. And you know what? I was talking to another content creator the other day. We were just going back to old times back in the day. We were actually talking about Blockbuster and how back in the day, before families got the VCR in the homes, like on the weekends and things, we would go and rent the parents and things would go and rent the VCR and movies, and how we would sit down and watch movies and stuff like that. Do you remember that, Lexus Ice, on the weekends?
Oh yes, ma'am. I remember very well. Popcorn.
Uh-huh.
You know the VHS they had on there. Please be kind and rewind, or
Yeah.
get back if you didn't rewind. It was a free.
Yes, on the weekend. And so we were just talking about the old time. Not just remember, we had a very good upbringing. We really did. Mom and dad always worked. They would go to their regular jobs during the daytime. And when they both of them got off, they had started a cleaning business. They were going clean banks and offices and stuff like that. And see,
Cool.
that's where I got that entrepreneur spirit from. For my parents, they did that.
Mhm.
It sure
Mhm.
did. And so we did. We had a good upbringing. And I just can't remember, you know, us not having, what we needed. I just don't. I don't remember. I remember this one time. I think I was, what grade was I? I think I was 10 or 11th grade. I'm trying to. It was a it wasn't a prom. Was it a dance or something I
Was
wanted
it
to
a
go?
military ball?
Okay, probably was a military ball because I was in JRTC ninth through 12th grade. I think it was a military ball. And my dress was in the cleaners, and the ball was that Friday night, and the guy that owned the cleaners was a family friend, and somehow he brought the dress by the house or something. I can't remember. But anyway, the cleaners ended up closing with my dress still there, and mom and dad was like, well, we didn't get a chance to get the dress out the cleaners, and they're closed now. And so I said, okay, all right. I went in my room, and I didn't never cry. I just always was the type to hold my feelings inside and process it like that. But I didn't cry. So mom, she came there, she said she heard something. She came out with boo-hooing and crying in my room. I was just, because I wanted to go to the ball so bad. I had helped decorate the cafeteria that day at school. I was on program to speak, and I just boo-hooed and cried and cried. So my mama told dad, she don't cry. She in there crying. Go find Mr. I was about to call his name. Go
Me
find
too.
go find him and tell him we need that dress. So they went to his house. They were good friends, but went to his house and said we need that dress because this girl crying in a ball tonight. He went, opened the cleaners back up and got my dress. Do you remember that, Lexus
I
Ice?
remember. I remember that so well. I remember mom had ordered it, and she put it in the cleaner for the press or
Yeah,
something
she
like
had to
that.
make some alterations to it.
Yeah,
It,
I think he had brought it by the house early that day, but no one was there or something like that. But anyway, I remember that Friday night you were literally in your room crying, and I heard Mama like, "What is that noise?" And when she saw you crying, Mama went and she told Daddy. She said, "Look, I ain't never heard her cry since she was a baby." And Dad literally got up on that Friday. It was like Friday evening, right before the ball started. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, I gotta go find Mr.
Uh,
And Dad walked back in like 30 or 40 minutes later with that dress in his hand. And I remember you going, getting ready. You went to the ball with your eyes red. And even when you got there, you said that your commander was telling you, breathe in, breathe out, because they was like, what is wrong with
breath.
you?
Take
But
some.
you, huh?
He would tell me take some deep breaths. It's okay.
But
Now
it's like Dad saved the evening for
he
you.
really did. And I still, and just looking back, I still remember that ball. And it's just, kids think back on things. And that meant, I mean, it may not mean nothing to the people in the comments, but even to this day, that meant everything to me. It really did. So kids know, they think back and remember sacrifice that you made, things you done for them. They'll remember. So even if it's a deadbeat parent, you don't even have to tell them. They'll know when they grow up. They'll, think back. Don't you add fuel to the fire. They will know.
You know something else I can remember? I was in the band not from like seventh grade to 12th grade. But when I got to like high school now in middle school band, the uniform was just khakis or black pants or something like that. But in the band, we actually had like real band uniforms. And so the band policy was, they gave when you were given the band suit at the beginning of the year, it had already gone to the cleaners and it was clean. But throughout that year, you were responsible for getting that band suit clean yourself. And I can remember, how every time we got ready to do performance, everybody was like, "Ooh, girl, your pants so pressed." Because my mom, literally after those performances, she would take my band suit to the cleaners to
Mm.
get clean. And there were some that you could tell their band suits was just soiled and was
Oh
not
wow.
clean. But
Wow.
but my mom, she made sure now if we had a performance on a Saturday and next on a Sunday, okay, I understand. You have to do what you have to do because cleaning's not open. But if it was a week, if we had to wear those band suits in the parade this Friday and it's hot outside, if I had to wear it again next Friday, you best believe that band suit Monday morning was going to the cleaners.
Yeah,
You
because those
know,
band suits were so thick in the material, especially when you go sweat. You got to wash
Mhm.
them, so you can't wash them like in a wash and dry, but you have to make sure those suits were clean.
Exactly. And then something else. When I got ready to turn that suit in, my mom made sure that that suit was turned back in the way it was given to me. She
Mm.
took that suit back to the cleaners, and I did not turn a soiled suit in. The suit was turned in exactly the way that I had turned in. I remember one year I turned my suit in, and so when I got ready to get it again, it's like somebody's gonna get my pants, and I like, wait a minute now, I want the suit that I have because I know that suit is good. And so how they tracked it down was literally, the cleaners, they put your name
Right.
inside your pants. And so one of the band director was like, let me go around and let me make sure, he said, now I know her last name in the pants because that's to go to the cleaner. And I tracked my pants down. I'm like, oh, you finna get my pants.
I know one thing. I know one thing. You didn't turn it in once you graduated because it's still hanging up in
Oh,
mom.
girl, now don't be telling my business. I don't know nothing
Okay,
about that.
let's
Disclaimer.
let's move on. Mama Flores said, "Thanks for sharing your thoughts, host. We have to see to it that we are giving the needs of our kids, mostly the love and care. Yes, mostly love and care." Okay, every family says, "Yes, I was the kid that had everything. I didn't stay with my mom or dad. My aunt was the goat. She made sure I had what other kids had." I know that's right. Sweet Reese says, "Yes, children remember, and it feels good as a parent to see your grown children independent and thanking you for being there." Emma family said, "I was a cheerleader. We had to clean ours too." Sweet Reese says, "I remember watching comments moving. I remember watching football and baseball uniforms every night after practice." Uh, Miss Dawson, I will never forget what about the JRTC dress. Mama Flores says, "Here in the Philippines, I'm with my parents until I finish my college studies." Yeah. Um, on the duelist, they have a blessed day on purpose. Okay, thank y'all for stopping by. You know what? Brandon has always been a mature kid. Not because he sat around and listened to us talk, but I groomed him to be more, mature or whatever. And because I never liked that horse playing. I let him be a kid, but all that playing and horse playing, that I always tell him that leads to trouble. And even to this day, I cannot stand horse playing. But he was mature enough that I would trust him with my bank card, and he would love to play video games. Every time the new PS system came out, whatever the system was, he would always get it. And he had my bank card saved in the memory. So whenever new games and stuff come out, he'll, Mom, can I get this? So I told him, I said, just save it. I said, but always get permission. Don't never just use the card without getting permission. Okay, mama, they told him, don't, that boy had too many privileges. Don't trust that boy with your bank card. Don't do that. So, I'm nosy. I always track my bank card. I can, pick it up on the phone and see any transactions or anything like that. I'm at work. I'm going through my transactions back to back to back, 20, 40, $60. He done put on charge on my card to those games. I said, oh, okay. I got off work. We came home. I said, Brandon, explain this to me. What, mama, what? I said, you not only did you get one game, you bought three. And on the games now, you just need like a code. You pay for the code and you have access to whatever new game is out. You bought three codes and you didn't even get permission, just back to back to back. He said, Mama, but so and so had this, and I had to show him I could get it too. I said, you don't play games with my card like that. You don't have to be the big man all the time. I said, take the information out. I take it out. I said, well, I'm gonna stand here while you delete the information out of there. So I'm standing there, he deleted the information. So some time went by. Mama, they got a new what they used to call them, skins, or it wasn't avatar new. They call
A
them
new character.
a new
What a new character?
skins or something like that. But anyway, I said, well, okay. He always got good grades. So I ain't never had to say, let me let your grades go up. He always had good grades. So that wasn't even the issue. So I said, okay, I'll go and try to get the car. It's already saved. I'm like, I thought you deleted. It did delete on this. I'm like, boy, you know. But that little boy, he made me so mad. And I said, now, what if that was bill money and you just, I mean, back to back to back? I said, what
Oh
made you do
wow.
that? And his little friend, they still friends now, they roommates now. When he said he got it, and I'm trying to show him I could get it too. So he bought another, and I show him I could get it too. I'm like, you ain't got no job, little boy. That ain't your
Wow.
money you spending.
Now you know something. I can remember going on band trips in high school where mom would literally give me her debit card or her credit card, and she would tell me, she was like, now this is emergency money. This is not, she gave me money, to spend, but she was like, now this is emergency money. You don't use this to spend. You use this in case of an emergency. And so I never did abuse that privilege, of having her card when we would go off on trips, but she would let me know. Now this money you can spend, but this card is for emergency. This
Right,
is get back
right.
home card. You don't touch this card unless it is an emergency for you to use it. And so I had to know the difference between emergency and, okay, my friend's gone in the mall and I want to spend money too. So I never abused it, and I always had that privilege of having it.
But Brandon don't understand emergency. He think cause somebody else got that's an emergency, But he a good kid. He's mature and stuff now. He have my bank card now, but now they have cash app. And he got his own checking account, and so everybody deposit money his cash app. Sometimes he'll do it like an all call. I need this. Can y'all cash app? He have everybody cash apping him money, and don't nobody know who been the cash app them.
Exactly.
Like Brandon, don't burn your bridges. If it's not that important, don't, save it for a time when you really need it. And his excuse, well, we got out of band practice late and the cafeteria was closed. And I'm like, you mean to tell me they made y'all work through lunchtime or dinner time? But if they don't be wanting what's in the cafeteria, they be wanting to go out after being practice it.
And that's what I told him. I told Brandon, I said, Brandon, I said, now you can you text because I called, yeah, he called Auntie. I said, now you text Auntie or you cash up, request a cash up in emergencies. I was like, Auntie don't mind helping you in a state of emergency, but just don't ask me to cash up you because you trying to go to witness somewhere because that's not an emergency when the cafeteria is open.
That's right. And he got his little work study check yesterday. I said, "Well, that is so wonderful. That is good. You got your work study check. You out on spring break tomorrow, which that was last night." I said, "So you make sure you hold on to that money so you have your own money. While you out on spring break." So anyway, y'all, it's after 7. I have enjoyed our topics. Yeah, Emily blowing that card up, girl. I could have slam choked him. But anyway, so thank you all for coming up to the panel. Thank you all for being here, even the ones in the bushes. We really appreciate you all today. I always enjoy getting other people's opinions, giving me a different perspective. Give me other options, keeping me open-minded to different things. And I really appreciate all of your opinions and everything. You know, Sometimes we just need a fresh point of view, just something else, alternative to what you have been thinking. So this time next Friday, y'all, we will be on our way to the ATL for the meet and greet. And I'm hoping to meet some new people, connect with people that I haven't already connected with, and meet people just that I talk to on YouTube, and watch the videos. I get to see you up close and personal. And I'm just so excited. I got to go ahead and get myself ready. I got to start now prepping, because if I wait to next week or Wednesday, I'll leave something or forget something or whatever. So it's like a 7-hour drive. We are driving. We are not flying. We are driving. And I just pray we have a good time, have a good experience. I don't want to come back and with regrets that I went because, for whatever reason. So y'all, yeah, I'm gonna
Miss
explore.
Kevin, you
See, it's
going
not
in
my
and out.
first time going. My husband don't, but huh?
You going in and out. Can't understand what you're saying.
Oh, I said I'm going to have a good experience. Is that clear now?
Yeah, that's clear now.
Okay. Mama said, I remember when Brandon started going on school trips, I fixed sandwiches for him and told him to share. If someone didn't have something, he gave them a half a sandwich. Yeah, it was that little boy. It was his friend. And
Yeah.
mama bad about fixing sandwiches. Well, not bad, good about fixing sandwiches for people on the trip. And kids started asking Brandon, did your grandma fix a sandwich? Did she send me a sandwich? And this little boy, it was his friend. They're not friends because the little boy ain't no dropping out, but I can't remember what the little boy's name was. And he said, your grandma sent me a sandwich. He was asking him for it. Brandon said, yeah, she did send you one, but I'm going to eat it. And he said, you can't eat my sandwich. And Brandon ended up giving him half of the sandwich. Yeah. But yeah,
But you know what mom started doing when they got ready to go somewhere? And before they go to the bus, she would personally hand him his own sandwich.
yeah, yeah. Because he told her, Brandon didn't give me the whole sandwich. He just picked up. But anyway, y'all, so we're gonna go and get on out of here. And the ones that are going to the ATL. Oh, and like I was saying, we've been to the ATL several times. My sister, she lived in Marietta. She lived in what's that, Douglasville. Now she's in Dallas, Georgia. So we're gonna be staying with her. I know that Friday night. So, I'm just looking to have a good time. Plus, my husband, he lived there for 13 years. He said that's his stomping ground. He always is talking about now moving back, And I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we are considering relocating somewhere. But anyway, so if you are going, I hope to, get to at least say hi to you up personal and close and all of that good stuff. So yeah, that's it. Let me go ahead and give uh Emery family said those sandwiches hit different when you're home. Yeah. Then you have chips and a Coca-Cola or something like
Tell me about it. Say, look, I can remember back in the day, 3 o'clock in the morning, headed to Illinois or Chicago somewhere. Mama got on a sandwich.
Yeah,
He
mom
real
would
different.
always have a cooler full of drinks, juices, water,
Mm-hmm.
have fixed sandwiches with cheese and chip. Yeah, yeah, we from Mississippi. That's what we do when we go on
Yeah, we
long.
do.
Yeah, we from down south. That's what we do. I know the people from up north, like what? We would stop at little stores and get stuff like that.
Yeah,
But honey, we came ready, locked and loaded. We brought our own food with us on them long trips.
exactly.
But anyway, y'all,
And my dad was the type when we had to go like to Chicago or those long trips. We would leave at like midnight, and
yeah.
so we'll leave at 12 midnight, and who stopping that time of
Yeah,
morning?
he tried to get as much highway in as he can with.
Yeah,
But we stop for bathroom breaks and
yeah,
go
hmm
to the grab stretch your legs and stuff like that. But for the most part, he wanted to keep on eat that highway up. So listen, March is Women's Month. So still happy Women's Month or Women's Month, however y'all want to say it. The proper way is Women's Month. To all of the beautiful Black women, white women, whatever nationality or color, shape, form, professional, non-professional, just women, period. Happy Women's Month. I salute to all of you because all of us are hardworking. All of us wear many hats. All of us are the glue to our families being together, making it happen, making it work, making it look easy when we know it ain't easy at all. We make it look easy. So happy Women's Month to you all. And also, this is not Black History Month, but I'm still Black, so I'm still wanting to give y'all a little known Black History facts because I'm Black 365 a year. So today, our little known Black History fact is Alexa. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. Yes,
Okay, our
ma'am.
little known Black History fact is Bars Fight was written by poet and activist Lucy Terry in 1746. She was the first known poem It was the first known poem written by a Black American. Terry was an enslaved. Terry was enslaved in Rhode Island as a toddler, but became free at age 26 after marrying a free man. So Bars Fight is the first known poem written by an African American. Okay, our thought for today is Mom said shameful Brandon was wrong for that. Yeah, but he did it. Uh, our thought for today is find your happy place and live there. Ain't that's a good one, ain't it? Find your happy place and live there. Whatever makes you happy, whatever lifestyle you have created, um, find whatever makes you happy and just stay there. You don't have to come outside of that bubble. Whatever bubble you created that makes you happy, live there. Just stay there. You don't even have to come out. Just everything you need, bring it in there with you. Okay. That is all we have today. Thank you to everyone that came over to showed us love and everything. So we'll be here. Today is Friday. We'll be here Monday, same place, same time.
Yes,
Um,
TGIF.
yes, TGIF. You all go out, have fun, live life to the fullest. Stop sitting around moping about what you don't have and what you want to do, and just do it. Go
Yeah,
get it.
you know one thing. I want to share this. Literally a couple of years ago, I don't even think I wasn't married because I was still at home mom. It was like a Saturday and the sun was shining pretty and bright, and I was like literally in my bedroom like in a state of I don't know, just
Stay the funk.
yeah, like how you call it, in a funk.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a funk. Yeah, just sailing in a funk. And I got up literally and went outside and sat in the rocking chair, and when I went outside and sat in the rocking chair, I saw the neighborhood kids playing and riding their bikes. And I was just rocking, the sun was shining, and that pulled me out of whatever I was in. And when I got through sitting in that chair, I was really ready to get up and leave the house and
And live
go.
life.
You live life, yeah. So after, yeah, enjoy y'all weekend. And
Yeah.
whatever happened at work today, let it stay at work. Don't
Yeah.
bring it
Don't
home
bring
with
it
you.
home with you. Let it stay at work. Let it stay at work. What I used to do, you know, and we don't have time to discuss it, but I would have to detox when I got off work. when I went outside to my truck, I had to take deep breaths, inhale, exhale, count backwards and forwards to 10, and I would leave it right there in the parking lot and go home. I had to.
Exactly.
I had.
Because you had a child at home. You got a
Mm-hmm.
family at home. You didn't need to bring I was gonna say a supervisor, supervisor,
Please
but you didn't need to bring
forgive.
what she did home
Yeah.
to your child.
So y'all just whatever little peace of mind and happiness you can get out of today, or watch a good movie that'll change your mood. Music, listen to some music that'll uplift your spirit, because music will change your mood. It really does change
Ooh,
your mood. So whatever you can do to find some peace and happiness today and spread some, do that. You'll feel so much better. That's all we have today. um, Meet us here Monday, same
would
place.
there be a pop up coffee and donut after
You
hour
you just
tonight?
never know. I just
A
don't.
pop
I
up ring the
don't know.
bell.
Well, we may do ring the bell tonight. I don't know. My husband felt so good last Friday when he
Look, let
got out.
me know before
He
you do ring the bell.
he said, baby, you want to go live? You want to go live tonight? You want to ring the bell? I said, stop playing. Let's ring the. It depends on I
You
just
know what thing? I literally, MLW Fishman was like, they lied. I said, they lied. And I'm like, they ring the bell. I was so sleepy. I think I went to bed. I went to sleep when y'all started playing Wobble. My eyes just wobbled on the way, girl, because I was so tired. I'm like, she could have told me. I'm like, Coco T, not, you didn't tell me nothing. I ain't know nothing about that.
He just did it as a pop up. He said, and we end up setting the smoke alarms out. Y'all, let me tell. Well, I was about to tell y'all how our cars got broke in. Both vehicles got broke in yesterday, and I can't be mad and upset because neither one of them was locked, and they just rambled through stuff. And I wish I knew who it was. I'd drag them. But anyway, bye, y'all. The last comment said, "Oh, Professor, yes, ring the bell." Okay, Miss Dodd said, "Have a blessed weekend in Jesus' name." Oh, we was waiting on them last night. I even went outside and I said, "You come, I'm waiting tonight for you." But anyway,
How long did you sit up for him, girl?
we
How long?
waited on them. We said, "Now who is it? Who did it?" I mean, but where we live is so peaceful and so quiet. It's like, who could have done it? We didn't even know where to start. Like, who could have done it? And I don't think my husband, I told him today, last night, I said, did you talk to the neighbors? We only got that one neighbor. He said, no, I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I said, have a conversation, see that his stuff get rambled through as well. Because it was just weird. I'm like, wow. But anyway, y'all, that was just today. I hope they found what they was looking for. I know they couldn't have been looking for money, because I had some money in the armrest and they didn't touch it. So I know they didn't look in the armrest, so they would have had some a little change or whatever. But anyway, that's all we have for today. It's possible that we'll do ring the bell tonight. If so, just if we do maybe 8:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. But it all depends.
Just let me know. Just call over here and say, look, we finna ring the bell. So
Okay.
I can get some coffee or something to wake me up.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah, we didn't even have our kitchen staff or nobody last Friday.
was nobody in the building cooking, girl.
Well, I think they passed out sandwiches or something, but like the full meals we have, we didn't have no cooks or
Look, now Mama T wasn't in there cooking wings,
uh-uh,
girl, and frying
no,
fish.
it
And the
was
bartender wasn't there either.
who?
The bartender wasn't there.
I think we passed out some drinks. I think we did have, but we weren't fully staffed. The kitchen staff wasn't there.
Was security there?
Oh, we locked and loaded. We always have security.
Girl, did y'all ever find my shoe?
I don't think so. Listen, y'all. Now, my husband, he's new to the YouTube terminology and things like that. So we first started doing ring the bell, and I announced, we got this in the kitchen, $2.50 for a pork chop sandwich, or Mama T said, I got a fish plate and fries, wing basket coming up, and I tell people, y'all better get it while it's hot. And my husband said, "What's she cooking at?" What they cooking? What they doing all this at? I said, pretend. He said, "Oh." I said, "It's
That
pretend."
was funny. I mean, like,
What they doing all this cooking at? What she cooking at?
wow.
No, but once he got into it, and then I think you said somebody had a 78 O's they need to move because they were blocking traffic.
A 78 Chevy with the windows
Somebody
broke.
got busted out or something.
Yeah, then
Uh,
the tow truck
yeah,
came and
he
got
said
it.
tow truck coming or something. And then he had got into it. He said, yeah. He said, I don't know how much the tow truck gonna cost, but we done already called him out. Y'all better try to come move your vehicle or something. He got into it, but he at first he didn't understand. You know, it's all right.
Like, what they cooking that food at?
Yeah. Mom said she gone. All right, y'all. On that, oh, it's 7:24. You know, see y'all Monday. Be blessed. Do something productive today. Make somebody smile. And like I always say, spread some positivity throughout these YouTube streets. See you later. Bye.